Hi everyone, welcome to Last Minute Coders. My name is Vinay. I hope you guys are doing good. In this video, we are going to make a project on property management. If you are new to the channel, I would like to request you all to subscribe to my channel. Talking about me, I have 3 years of experience in Microsoft Power Platform, and I've been developing app since last 3 years. As you can see up here, this is a sample application, or you can say template provided by Microsoft Power Platform itself. So from where did I get this app template, if you are wondering? So you can go to see this. This is the interface for PowerApps, make.powerapps.com. So this is an interface for PowerApps. On the left hand side, you see this create button is there. And if you scroll down, there is something known as start from template, right? See this create section, and here is a start from template. There are so many template. If you want to learn model driven app, you can start with any template. Previously also I've covered one project which is known as service desk. Lot of you enjoyed that project. So today we are going to cover this project management, and I'll build this app from scratch. Okay, not going to take not going to edit this, but we will build this from scratch. As you can see up here, if I go to this app, you can see up here they have provided some sample data, right? Some UI. You can see there is the side nav bar is there. This is the top nav bar. There is a search bar, name of the application maybe. You can see the data up here, all the sites. These are the property sites and some description of the site image is not there at the backend, but we can provide that also. And if I click on any site, I can allocate that site to any person. Now you can see if I hit on this reserve, right? So you can see up here it is saying lease start date, total number. So lease start today is 16th March 2024. We can change this as well, right? I can say April, but I'm not changing it. Let's keep it like 16th March 2024. Lease duration, we can increase this, decrease this depending on our business logic. So let's say 2 year. Tenant name, let me give my name, that is Vinay. Let me use LMC. And this is my mail ID. If you have any queries, right, you can ping me here. So lastminutescode@gmail.com. And my country, I'm from India, state Uttarakhand, and I'm from Dehradun. Zip code, I'm just providing any random number. And if I'll hit on reserve, right, this suit has been confirmed, and this is my date. Okay, so you can see up here the suit is now occupied by Vinay, and if I'll click on this above occupied, you can see this particular suit is occupied to me, and these are the available suit. So occupied one, if I'll click, you can see my name is popping up here, right? If I click on this my name, you will see it will navigate me to this contact screen, or on the left hand side also you can see this, it has navigated me up here. This app has some UI issues, but the app that we are going to build, it's going to be picture perfect. Here you can see my name is coming on the top, the tenant ID is coming here, the lease date, from when to when this property is allocated to me, what is my mail, what is my address. Address is a concatenation of 2 3 fields, as you can see up here, city, and maybe we can add a state also, then country also, then zip code. So something like that we can build. We can edit the contact of this person if we want to, so that option is also there, and hit on save and it will be updated. Right, there's one more thing is up here. If I click up here, I can even edit the property details. Only the description I can update, but yeah, it's there. Maybe we can make a feature to update the image as well. That could also be possible. But in this internal project, they haven't provided any image data. We can create our own image data. And for the whole project, they were using only one data source. If I click on this gallery, you can see that data source up here, that is tenant collect. I have extracted this data out in a JSON, and saved this data in a Dataverse table. Now, if you are wondering how I did it, I'll show you. Don't worry. Okay, I'll show you. Just don't worry. Okay. So this is the demo of this application. I hope you guys are excited to learn. And again, I'm requesting you, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of such amazing video that I'm going to cover in future. Like this video, comment on it. Okay, let's get started. So let me close this application first, and I'll go to this create section. Okay, let me close all the applications from the top. So see, as I told earlier, if you go to make.powerapps.com, you will see this interface. On the left hand side, there is a create button. And if you scroll down, there is something called a start from template, right? So if you'll scroll down, see this property management is there. Just click on this project and see, just give any name. Let me give like property management sample. I'll give, okay. And this is a tablet canvas app, which is good. Let's hit on create. So this app is not responsive in nature, by the way. So just wait. It may take like 2 to 3 minutes to get loaded. So we have to be patient while this is being created, right? Once it is ready, I will tell you how we can extract its data. Right? It is saying that some of the preview features are now enabled. So from the settings, they have enabled this preview feature like delay load, this concurrent function, and so on. So I'll click on open app and see this app initially looked like this, right? So they have built it for like I think iPad. So you can go to setting first of all if you wanted to look like your what you say general canvas app, or the one that you are familiar with is the size. This default 16 by 9. If I click on apply, right? So we are fond of this size, right? But anyways, whatever you prefer, you can go up here. You can select the size based on your requirement. If you are okay with this, you can select this size and build your UI. It's totally up to you. I'm no one to judge. But I prefer to build UI in the 16:9 ratio. Okay. So this is the ratio which I prefer. As you can see, as I'm doing it, its UI is getting messed up. God knows why. Let me scale turn off, turn it on, close, play the app. Something has been messed up, but it's fine. Anyways, we are going to build it from scratch. So some of the features are there, but if I click on this gallery, you'll see its data source up here, right? So you can see its data source on the top. It has only one table. I've checked the whole application. You can also check the whole application, but it only has one data source, that is the tenant collect, and this is the data inside it. Now, first thing first, how did I migrated its data? So what you need to do is create one screen. Okay, insert a button. Okay, in this button, what you need to do is just write just create one variable. Let's say set var data set, and what I need to do is I need to write one function called JSON, and that data source name is tenant collect, and just close this bracket, close two brackets. Okay. Now if you'll hit on this button, right, inside this variable some JSON is there now, right? Just do one thing: create a text input, increase its height, make it multi-line. Okay, go to its default property, right, var data set, right, and you will get this JSON. Just copy this JSON. For text editor, I am using VS Code. You can use anything, Notepad, Notepad plus plus, or anything, and save this data like this. Okay, what you need to do is let me press Control A, Control V like this. Okay, for beautifying it, you can use any online service. There are so many things like JSON beautifier, you can say. Okay, and just go up here, go to any site, right? Let me go to this site. If I paste the code up here, and you can see it beautified the JSON for me. Maybe let's not use this site. Let's use this one. So anyways, there are so many sites up available up here which you can use. And you can see it beautified, right? Let me copy this beautified one. I'll go up here and I'll paste it up here and I'll save it. That's it. You can see your JSON is properly came here, and all the data is there. So basically this is one record, this is another record, and this is a sign for table. So all the data is here. Now how to load this JSON data to your Dataverse? What you need to do is go to make.powerapps.com and wait till it get loaded. I have already done this step, but I'm just showing you how you guys can do it. So either you can to start with this project, what you can do is create a solution. So let's create a solution for this whole project, and just give me a second. It is loading. I'll say new solution here. I'll say like this is property management project, right? Now publisher is the one who is developing this project. I can give my name. Let's say Vinay. Okay, prefix, I will say this is property management okay, PM, property management. For prefix, I'll use PM. So all my object name will be PM underscore like that. So I will know that whatever will have PM at the start, that is the one which is related to this project. Okay, I'll hit on save. And you can see that this publisher is now being created. I can select this publisher from here. Uh, Okay, it's not coming. Okay, it may take some time. So see, now it's coming, right? Vinay K, and you can see I've selected the version. The first version will be this. I'm okay with it, and I'll hit on create. So this will create me a solution. Inside the solution, I'll first create my data source, and this data source I'm going to take. So this, as you can see, this JSON that we had in our VS Code. So we are going to use this JSON. So what you need to do is from the top, click on new table and click on table. As soon as you will do this, see, it will ask you to do like this, but no, we don't have to build it from scratch. We wanted to take JSON as an input and make it as a table up here. So for what we can do up here, there is an option called more. All right. And there is something known as, if you click on other, no, not another, not on this automation. Yes, on automation there is something called data flow. Click on data flow. So when data flow will be here, just wait till it get created. So we will create one data. So here you can see extract data from JSON. And I like to give project name at the front, like this is like property management dash extract data from JSON, something like that. I'll hit on create, and it created one this thing for me. And here on the top, my data source, as I told earlier, it is a JSON. So I'll search for JSON. I'll hit on this JSON file. It is asking me upload that JSON file up here. So I'll search for the JSON file, and that JSON file is this tenant main. I'll click on open. Okay. And as soon as I do that, you can see if your connection is not coming up here, click on edit connection, just sign in, right? Give your select your organizational email and something like this, and it will be successful. Then you'll need to hit on next. As soon as you will hit on next, automatically it will create one table for you. And this is a Power Query editor, by the way. You can see this is a Power Query editor, and you can change, you can even manipulate your data up here if you want to. I don't want to manipulate anything. I think this is well and good. All the data is coming up here. There are 22 records, so all the 22 records are coming up here. I'm okay with it. I'll click on next. As soon as I'll click on next, you will see now it will ask me, do you want to create a new table or what? So you can create a new table here. You can select the primary key is this tenant ID. So unique primary key will be tenant ID. These are properly mapped. I've already checked, but if you wanted to change anything, be my guest. You can just change whatever you want up here, right? And just give the table name and hit click on this next, right? Click on Once you will click on next, it will create a table for you. I'm not going to do that. I've already done this, so I'm not doing again and again. Okay, so just do that. Your table will be created, and then what you need to do is, I'm clicking on exit, so I'm not doing anything up here. Okay, so you will see your data flow up here. Then if your table is coming up here, well and good. If it is not coming up here, click on add existing, click on tables. My table name is, I know its name is table tenant, so I'll search for table tenant, and you can also add your table like this. Okay, just include all the object and click on add, and just wait till it get added to your solution. So as soon as you will do that, you will see your table tenant is coming up here. I'll open this table tenant for you people, just to show you that it has all the data uh, like properly populated in it. So I'll hit click on this edit, and you can see all the datas are here, right? It's very well populated and everything is coming up here. So this data, which was if I go to my this sample application, this data which you see up here, right, it is this data only in this one single table. Okay, well and good. Now let me go back. Let me go back to solutions. Okay. Okay. Again, I need to open my solution. Now, in this solution, I'll create my Canvas app. So, on this top app section, you will hit on Canvas app and name this app as Property Management app, I'll say. And format should be tablet and hit on create. So, a new app will be created. In the new tab, again, I'll open make.powerapps.com. Here, what I'll do is I'll open that solution so that you guys can see everything is working properly or not. So you can see a new app has been created. Before you start developing your project, just hit on save. It's always a good practice to hit on save. What happens is sometimes you start building it, and if the internet connection is lost, and if you haven't saved it for the first time, it will not get saved. Okay, all your progress will be lost. So you can see on the left hand side, this is my solution property management, and within just once it is being saved, right, you will see this Canvas app is up here. See, it came after it got saved. Before it was not saved, it was not coming up here. So you need to save once. So once it is saved, let's go to this. So as you can see here, this screen I have created, I'll delete this screen. Now there is no need for this screen, just to show you how to get JSON. Okay, so this is the home screen. I know its UI is being a little bit messed up, so let me change it to maybe iPad only. Okay, for iPad also. I don't know why this is being messed up now. But let's try to build this UI, and here you can see how messy code they have written. They have not using collection. They are using groups, but again, don't like it's the way they have built it. But in our project, we are going to make the same UI, but we'll make it with proper practices. We will use horizontal vertical containers for this. So before we start our app, firstly, what you need to do is you can start with vertical or horizontal container. It's up to you. Okay, I started with a vertical container. On its X, I need to write 0. On its Y, I need to write 0. On its width, I need to write parent dot width. To make it responsive, you have to follow this step. Okay, parent dot width. And on its height, I need to write parent dot height. Okay, so this is done. So now this container is very much responsive. Why I'm saying this? So let me give it some color. Let's say this blue color. And if I go to settings, display, to make your app responsive, you need to turn off the scale to fit and then play your app. So see, any screen I am on, this is exactly taking the same width and the same height, right? So let me again change its color back to transparent. Two things I need to do: drop shadow. I don't want to give like the outer container any drop shadow. I don't want to give any border radius to it. So 0. So once this is done, so now let's see the UI. So it has one header section, right? In the header section, I have the name of the page that I'm on, and it has some navigation up here and a search bar. And on the left hand side, if you will see, it has a side nav bar, right? So see the side nav bar and this container, how they are arranged horizontally, right? Not vertically, left to right they are arranged. So I'll click on this container. I'll change its direction from vertical to horizontal. You can see its sign got changed. It is now horizontal container. Inside this container, I'll create, see this, the content of this side nav bar is top to bottom, right? So one vertical container, and this contents are also vertically aligned top to bottom. So two vertical containers I need to make inside my container one. So I'll name my container one as main container. And inside this main container, I will add uh, go to layout. I'll add one vertical container and name this vertical container as side nav bar. For navbar, see again, I'm creating one navbar up here because this navbar is not being used in any other screen. Other okay, it is being. So what is the good thing we can do is for the side navbar we can create component as well. So let's create a component for this. Okay. So for the width of the component, I am going to take its width as, let's say, here you can take any width. Okay, it doesn't matter. Let's say 768 height, any height, any width. Okay, this much space is fine. On this component, what I need to do is, see, I have three things, right? One is on the top, this is simply a logo, right? For logo, one thing on the top, and then I have these two buttons up here, I can say, with some like again some images there, right? So this is what we are going to do. So in this, inside this component also, I'll create a vertical container. This you need to do. Okay, always use vertical container everywhere. Its x is 0, its y I'll make 0, its width I'll say parent dot width, and on its height I'll write parent dot height. That this thing we need to do. Okay, parent dot height. Done. Once this is done, now see, just see up here firstly the logo of the company. So for that, what I can do is I can use one image. Okay, once this image is here, what I need to do is go to its align in container property on the right hand side, make it stretch. Minimum width, I'll change it to 0. I'll turn on its flexible height, turn it on. Minimum height, I'll turn to 0. Okay. But see, as soon as I did its flexible height on, it's taking the whole height, which I don't want. So I'll turn off the flexible height. I'll go to its height property. I'll say parent dot, or not parent, but self dot width. Self dot width. So whatever is the width, just the height should be the same. So my width was 70 when I did this stretch, even though we are not seeing the width property up here, but it was 70, so the height is just the same. And how to make this round in shape? So border radius, you can make it 100. If 100 doesn't work for you, make it 1000. Okay. So this is done. Now I'll click on my container to give padding to this container. I'll name this container as side nav bar. Okay. Already being used, it is saying, so let me again give side nav container. Okay, something like this. I'll name it. Now see, as soon as I renamed it, it's going outside of it. So x I'll change to 0. This image again, I need to change it to stretch. So now it's well and good. The side nav bar is here. This image is here. Very well, very well and good. I'll click on my side nav bar, and on its left padding I'll say 10. Right padding I'll say 10. Top padding I'll say 20. Bottom se bhi I'll give 20. So you can see this image came right now here. I wanted to show my company image, so I'll click on upload. Maybe I have saved it somewhere. Need to check. Yes, let's use this logo. So yes, my company logo is here. Now what I want is, as you can see up here, some navigation buttons were there. So these two buttons were there. So how to make this button? Again, I'm not making exactly same UI, but somehow related UI I'll make. Okay. So I'll go to this insert. First of all, I'll create another vertical container inside this container. You will know very soon why I'm doing this. Its stretch should be on, its flexible height should be on, its minimum width should be 0, its minimum height again change it to 0, whatever it is. Okay, then this container is here. Don't give it any shadow. I'll say none. Don't give it any border radius. So again, make it 0. Inside of this container, what I need is first of all an icon. Any icon is fine, but related to our theme, we will see use. So I'll use this calendar icon to book. Okay, again I'll change it to stretch. Flexible height, don't turn it on for this. Minimum width should be 0, right? Then this looks good. This looks good. I can give the padding to this icon. Let's say 10 from top, 10 from bottom, 10 from left, 10 from right. Something like this I can do. So now it's looking kind of good. On its height, I can say parent dot width, sorry, self dot width. Self dot width means it's whatever is its width. This height should be the same so that it will be square in shape. Now this looks good. Okay. Below it, what I need is I need like let's say one label. Maybe I'll change its font size to 8. I'll keep a very small label. I'll turn on the auto height, right? And it's flexible, which should be on, minimum which should be 0 so that it won't go outside. I'll center line it, and I'll say suits with something like this. I'll say change it to bold. Maybe this color also I can change. What I like to do is change the whole theme. Initially this blue theme I don't like. I like this office theme, so you guys, if you want, you can use this theme as well. So I changed the theme of my app. Now I can change this color to maybe maybe let's choose gray only. Okay, gray is fine. This color also I'll change it to gray. So this looks good. Okay. This looks good. Bottom say padding. Let's not give any padding from bottom. From top also, let's not give any padding. But then again, because of its square shape, let's give padding only. Okay, 10, 10. It's fine. So these two are there now. This side nav container is there, right? There is some property called gap. So I'll write 20 up here. You can see 20 pixels gap is there now between this and this. Okay, between this and this container, between this image and this container. Now inside this container, I haven't given any gap, and this is the reason why I've created two containers. So again, I'll copy these two, copy paste, and for this images, there is something called like people or something for where you will see two people. So for people, I'm using this, and here I'll name as contacts. Okay, contact C should be capital. So uh, maybe I'll say info so that it won't go to next line. Okay, so this I have built, correct. Now if somebody select this, so this will be highlighted with some color. If somebody select this, then this should be highlighted with some color. You can even create galleries for this, but again, for this is not a very, like what you say, very complex project. It's fairly simple. So just keep it like this only. Okay. Now in this component, I need to create few properties. One is a screen. So which screen one should be navigated. So just follow me along. It should be an input type. Data type should be screen. Just hit on create. Just select these two, or just select all the four of them. Okay, go to advanced, or here on select, just say component one dot screen. So this is the property that I have created, so that this is what I'm going to give. Okay, this is well and good. Again, you can do this, because this will be overridden. But for like we need to create like for like two buttons we have to create. Okay, so two properties we have to create. One is this screen. If it was a gallery, one property would be fine, but this is not a gallery. So two property I need to create. This is screen one. I'll name it to screen suit, and hit on save. As soon as I'll change it, you'll see some errors. Yeah, it's pretty much understood because now a screen is not there. A screen suit is there. So now the error is gone. And one more property I need to create, which is a screen contact. So screen underscore contact. So that's pretty much it. And its data type should be of type screen. Hit on create. Okay, now you can see the screen contact has been created up here. So I'll select these two. These two will be navigated to screen contact. So I'll change this to. There are multiple ways to do this. Okay, it's not that the way I'm doing, you have to do it exactly the same, but it's like that. Okay, so once this is done, this looks good. Okay, now what we need to do is, okay, this is good. I'll go to my screen, see how to use. See, I've created the side nav bar thing, right, and it's taking the whole screen. I'll copy this container. I'll click on my main container. I'll paste it again a side nav bar. So two vertical containers are here. So this one I'll call as, let's say, this container is my, let's say, suit container. So I'll say suit container, and the previous one was the side navbar container. I'll click on my side navbar container. I don't want it to take this big of a size, right? So there is something called fill portion is there. So one of two is written. So if I say 0.1, right? So see how much size it is taking. But this is also way too big. If I write 0.01 and just hit on, so it's not going like less than this, right? Because of this minimum width is there, so just change the minimum width to 0 and see its size is now way too small, right? So let's say 0.7, maybe 0 point, we will say, okay, give me a second, control Z. Again, I need to stretch. Yes, so this side nav bar, we were working on this side nav bar is there, flexible width. I'll turn it on again. Let's again try 0.05. So I think 0.05 is more than enough. and remaining width is being taken by this. I'll select these two container, whatever is their drop shadow is, I'll click on none. If I wanted to give drop shadow later on, I'll give, but for now I'm not giving any. So border radius also I'm changed to 0. So you can see up here now my screen is divided into two sections. One is this, one is this. I'll click on this left side nav bar and change its color to whatever is your theme is, right? I prefer using blue themes, but it's up to you. You can choose your themes. And inside this side nav bar, what I can do is I can go to, firstly let me rename my component to nav component. Okay, and then I'll go to my screen. On the side nav bar, go to insert. Inside your custom, you will see nav component, and this component is up here now, right? So see, this nav component is up here. What you need to do is go to its width, or make it a stretch. Minimum width should be 0, and height should be flexible. Height should be on. Minimum height should again be 0. Okay, so see, it's fit perfectly, right? Now, if I wanted to like change the color, let's say I wanted to change this color to white, what I can do is I can select all of these, correct, and I can go to the color property. I can make them white, right? This is the background color I was doing. So sorry, the font color should be white, even though it's not coming up here. So what I'll do is I'll go up here to go to the color, maybe change its color like this. And the reason they are not coming up because background I've changed to white. I need to change it to transparent. So you can see up here now it's coming up here as well, and on my main screen also it's like this. So it's well and good, right? So you can see now the colors are very good. Now see, here I have two properties, right, for this component. One is a screen suit, a screen. Here it is written active screen, so just remove that. Here I'll say screen 1. Okay, this is what I'll write up here, screen 1. And let me rename this screen as let's say suit screen. And another screen I'll create, another blank screen I'll create. I'll name it as contact screen. Okay, so two screens I've created. So suit screen and contact screen is there. Now this is well and good, but if I'll press on this, I should be navigated to suit screen. If I press on this, I should be navigated to that particular screen, which is known as this contact screen. So screen contact me, I'll write contact screen. Okay, well and good, but still, even if I've done this, it doesn't matter. It's not. Wait a sec. Let me change it to window size. It's not going to navigate me to that particular screen. How will I be navigated to those screens? So just go to your component and just uh, just select these two, right? Just select these two. On select me, we have written like this, right? Uh, nav component dot screen suit, but I need to write one code before this, that is navigate, and then the name of the screen. And if you wanted to give any transition, be my guest, just give any transition, let's say faded kind of transition. Okay, the same thing we need to do for these two as well. So again, I'll say navigate and comma, and the transition I'll give fade. And see, this time magically it will work. I'll go to my screen, I'll save my app. If I'll play my application, you will see if I click on info screen. So I'm on this contact screen, right? Say this contact screen. Correct. So this is how navigation work in Canvas app Power App. So let me just copy this whole container, paste it in this also. And the size of it, I know it's messing up. Reason because of this fill portion, even though we have done everything right, but this minimum width somehow it is taking too much width, too much height. So minimum height width, make it 0 0, and everything will be fixed. Now the only thing is, if I go to suit screen, then this should be like maybe yellow color, maybe some different colors, right? I need to know which screen I'm on. So what you need to do is go to component, click on your component, create one more property. Let's say selected selection color. Okay, something like that can be made. Uh it should be, let's say, output property. Okay, let's not make it as an input property. Color, create this property is up here, right? Selection color, let me say color dot yellow. Okay, so this yellow color will be there. Okay, so this color, so this is the selection color. I'll go to my screen. No, I'll go to my component. I'll select these two. I'll go to its color property. I'll say if something I need to write, but for now, just I'm showing you. If I write my nav component is my name of my component dot, there is this selection color is there, right? That the one that I've created. So see, its color got changed, right? It's now yellow. This is the selection color, but this color will come based on some logic, like which button I have clicked, right? So if it was a gallery, it would be a lot better. But now I have to think of some logic, like if I click on this, then this color should be yellow. If I select on this, then this color should be yellow. Something like that based on my screen logic. I can do this. Again, I need to create two properties again because I'm not using gallery, so one property I cannot use for both. So this selection color, what I can do is selection color for, again, it's not a good way to do this, but again, let's, for the sake of this project, I'll say selection color dot underscore suit. I'll select these two. I'll select underscore suit now. So this is fine. And then again, I'll create one more property. I'll say selection underscore color underscore this is contact. Okay. So again need to do like this. So this will be of type color, input type. Again, it's fine. So this is done. These two were this thing nav component dot selection dot suit. These two will be their color should be underscore contact. That's it. Okay. I know it's black in color because if I go to my nav component, this the new property that I have created is like this. I'll say color dot yellow for this also. I know both are yellow right now, but what I'll do is, because they are input property, so on my home screen, the selection color dot suit is there, right? And selection color dot component. So this one I'll make it as white. So you can see up here when I'm on this screen, these two are white. But when I'm on this screen, the contact screen, this one, select a suit one, I'll make it as white. So now it will give me the effect like this, like if I'm on the suit screen, so these are yellow, right? So this is my suit screen and this is my info screen. It's changing the screen because the content is not there, so there may be the confusion. If the content is not there, that could be the reason, the confusion. But if let's say, let me create one label just to show you people. If I write up here, this is my contact screen, and let me copy this label, go to my suit screen, and if I paste this, and I'll say this is my suit container, suite. If I play my app this time, see, this is suit. If I click on info, so see, screen is changing, everything is working fine. Okay, fine. So this is how we have built this left nav bar. I know it took some time. If we have taken gallery, it would be a lot easier, but again, if you are making like a static, right, all the properties you have to make for like this. Okay, well and good. This was fine. Now let's see what else do we have up here. So again, there is this one section. The content of this section are top to bottom. So on the top we have this all site, and then the search bar is there. Then on the bottom again, below this. So let's create a header section inside our side nav bar is completed. In this suit container, firstly I need to create one more container inside it, and it's going to be a vertical container. I'll name this container as header container. Container spelling is a little bit wrong. Okay, so header container will be up here. Inside header container, if you'll see, two things are there and they are horizontally aligned. So see this, all suit and this. So again, very easy. Inside this I will create one. So first of all, I'll turn off the flexible height for this, or maybe don't turn off the flexible height. So one is header container, other is this gallery container, right? This is what a gallery is. So again, very simple. I'll copy my header container, I'll click on my suit container. I'll paste one more container inside it and rename this container to, let's say, gallery container. Okay. Click on your header container, whatever is its minimum height, flexible height is on. So fill portion is again there. So let me do 0.5. Let's see if 0.5 seems like too large. Let's say 0.2. 0.2 seems too small. Let's do 0.3. I think 0.3 is more than enough. So this is taking like, you can say this is taking 30%, this is taking 70%, something like that, you can say. So this is our gallery, this is our header container. Inside our header container, we have two sections. So on the first section, we have a horizontal things like all suit in this. So inside header container, create a vertical container. So like this, we have created a vertical container. And I'll copy this container again. I'll paste it one more container inside it. So it divided into two subsections, right? I'll select both of these containers and change their minimum height to 0, minimum width to 0. This you need to do once you have done this. Well and good. On the top side, we have this all suits and this thing. So on this container number 4, I'll create one label and on see this. I'll click on my container 4, align, justify vertical, center line, I'll everything, whatever I do up here. I'll turn off the stretch for this. Here I'll say all suits. Fine. So this is done. If I wanted to make it bold, semi bold, whatever I can. So let's make it bold. And up here I want a search bar. So for a search bar, what you can do is, see, anyways, I can directly do that. But what I will prefer to do is, I'll prefer to use again a horizontal container. Again, you might be thinking there are so many horizontal container. Why is he doing that? But see, this is a way to do this. Okay, so this container 4 is there. It should be a horizontal, not a vertical. So see this. Again, this container is starting from here. Flexible width is on. I'll change it to 0. Minimum width should be 0, and this label is here. So its flexible width should be on. This is fine. It should be center line. So see this. Minimum height should be 0, so that it will not go outside. And here inside this container 5, what I want is, I want, first of all, I need there is this search low icon is there. One search icon should be there. Again, I'll turn on the this thing, stretch, width, turn on the minimum this thing to 0, 0. Okay, but see, it's taking the full width. So width, I'll turn it off. On its width, I'll write self dot width, sorry, height, so that it will be square in shape. This is good. And here I want to insert, for search bar, I wanted to insert a text input. This text input should be center line. So align in container should be center. Whatever default text is written inside it, I'll remove that. I will not even see it. It has some border to it. I'll not take any border. So I'm changing its border to none. And on its hint text, I'll write search. Okay. Now you might be thinking, no, it's not looking like the way it should look. It will. Don't worry. It will look exactly like the way it should look. But first of all, I'll click on this container 5 and I'll say 0. I'll say 0.7 maybe. Or 0.7 is way too large. So let's say 0.4 it should take. Okay, this much is fine. This much is fine. I'll click on my container 4. So padding from the top, I'll give, let's say, 30. Bottom, say, let's give 30. See, it started to look like that, right? Padding from left, let's say 50. From right, let's say 50. See, and I'll click on this container 5. Maybe see, click on your container 4. Maybe this 30 from top is way too much. So let's give 20 from top, 20 from bottom. This much is fine. I'll click on my container, this thing, and this also I'll give padding from top 10, bottom 10, left 10, right 10, all the sides 10, and the border, see, this border radius is there somewhere. It will be for this container. This border radius is there. I'll make it as 100, And drop shadow, if we want, we can make it light. So see how good it is looking like see, it's working perfectly, right? All right, so this is how we do this, and I'll change the display mode of this to view and change the color to light gray. Okay, so that it will look awesome. So made the search bar and this the font size of this we can increase to, let's say, 18. Okay, and one more thing, just enable the auto height of this. So you can see up here this all side, the search bar, however they made, we have made it more beautiful, right? Now two more things. Unnecessary shadows are coming for these two containers. So like container 4 and this thing, container 4 underscore 1. So just go to the drop shadow, make it none, make the border radius as 0, and the shadows are gone. Now once the shadow is gone, I'll click on this gallery container, also unnecessary. I will not give it any shadow to this also. I'll not give any border radius, so we'll make it 0. So it will look like plain, everything is like plain, right? And there is this one more big container up here, maybe this inside suit container. I have this header container, just remove. So for every container you have to remove this unnecessary shadow or this border radius, no need. Okay, now it's looking plain and it's looking beautiful. Okay, so our first part is done. Now we have to create this 3 buttons. So here if you'll see, these are not button, these are simple like rectangle they have used, and god knows what they are using. So we will use some buttons. So this container we have, right, container 4. So inside this, what I'll do is I'll insert one button, and see this on the top container we have, right? Just note this left is 50, right is 50. For this container also do the same thing. Sorry, left is 50, right is 50. And I'll click on this container. This should be like a horizontal container, not a vertical, first of all. Then what I'll do is the flexible, let's see. Okay, I'll click on this container, align vertically. I'll align this button at the center. The font size of this button, I'll change it to 13. Okay, and see now this time what I'll do is, if I see this, so these two are like available occupied, right? So I can create 3 buttons, which is not again not a good approach. We can create a galleries. I'm not against galleries, but it's only 3 buttons and only on this screen we have to do. So I'm just creating 3 buttons. So this one button, there is no back. There should be no background to it. So the background is none. The color, I'm keeping it as gray if it is nothing is selected. I'm not making it as semi bold. I'm choosing it to be a normal. Here I'm saying I'll say all first. Okay, I like all should. I think all should come first and then the other things. Okay, so this is fine, I guess. Border, I want to give light gray border, and I'll go to advanced. There is something called focus border thickness. Make it 2 as well, whatever is your original border. So this on focus also the border should remain the same. So you can see this button came, right? So I'll copy this button on this container. I'll paste it 2 times. Right, so 3 buttons are there. So these are, let me say, available, and the last one is like, I think, occupied. Yes, occupied. Okay, occupied. So 3 are there. Okay, if we click on see, when I'm hovering over it, so their color is like this, right? So what we need to do is that when we hover over it, its color should be transparent only. Its color should not get changed. So whatever code is written, I'm removing that. And the hover font color should be, we will write some code in it. So just click on this hover color here, right? Color fade. Okay, inside color fade, I'll write one code like self dot color. Self dot color is the self dot font color, and let's say -20%. So it will be little darker when I'll hover over it. I'll copy this code, and on pressed color also I'll paste the same code, but the pressed color will be more darker. It will be, let's say, -40%. Right. So see. Okay, let me move it one in single line and see this time if I'll hover over it. So see. And on the background is also changing. See this, some code is written. So here I'll say self dot background color, or maybe border color. Border color. This is, so this third one is for border color. Okay, I'll copy this code. I'll go up here. Maybe hover border color property will be there. So let me select it from up here. Hover border color properties here, and I'll paste this code up here, and it should be, let's say, 20%, and that's it. That's it. If I'll play my application this time, see, when I'm hovering over this, so see how good effect it is giving me, right? Again, this is a bug, or what you can say. Whenever it's somehow its color, like somehow its border color do get changed. So maybe on press, let's not give this color. Let's give it some, like, maybe this blue color something. Okay, so at least it's there. So whatever we have done for this, I'm deleting these two buttons again and again. I don't want to do the same thing. So copy, paste, paste. I can change the text. It's easy. Available. Double click on it and say occupied. The spelling is a little bit wrong. Occupied. Single line. So this is done. Okay, if I play the application, so it's good, right? Now what I need to do is, see, if I click on this, just need to create some variables. So when I'll click on this, this should be selected. I'll say update context var tab. I'll say one. This is one. Okay, I'll copy this, select these two as well, paste the same code up here, but here the var tab will be two. Two will be for this available, three, and this three will be for this. Okay, so one, if I click up here, this variable will be like one. If I click up here, it will be two. If I click up here, it will be three. So if variable is one, right, I can now write code in its color property, right? So I'll write if var tab is equal to one, then color should be white, color dot white. Otherwise, whatever is the color is, that's fine by me. Okay, again I'll copy the same code and I'll select these two as well. Go to their color and paste it. But this time I'll change this to 2. Okay, and click outside, click on occupied, change this 2 to 3. Okay, so this is done. If I select this, so see, it's going white, right? It's not showing, but it's there, don't worry. I need to select all of these three. So just here there is some property called fill. Okay, again I'll paste the same code up here as well. But see, I'll say if var is equal to 1, right, then the color should be control X. It should be this gray, and otherwise the color should be color dot white. It will be opposite. It will be opposite. So this is the gray color, and it will be opposite. I'll click outside. I'll click up here. It should be 2, 2, be 3. Okay. See this time. If I go up here, if I click on this, if I click on this, so it's working perfectly fine, right? See, this is how you make this work. So this is done. This is done. If you want a little gap between them, this gap property is there, but I don't want to give any gap between them. So to me, this looks okay. And if you want to decrease the height of this, again, be my guest. But what I would recommend you to do is click on your header container, decrease the height from here. Let's say if you think this is too much, so just write 0.25. Maybe this is fine, right? So we have built like this section as well, correct? So our header is here. The color is your choice. I'm taking this gray. I know it's should have taken some other color. I can take another color, but let's not waste time on that. Okay. but just showing you how to make this all thing dynamic. Now we have to build one gallery up here. You can see this is a gallery, right? Now in our backend we don't have any images. So what we can that this table that we have, right, we don't have any images to it. You can do one thing that you can create because in Dataverse you can create an image type column. It's possible. There is this file and then there is this image. You can say like this property image, okay, and this should be a okay property image is there. Let me create this column, okay. And then we will go to our application, because in the sample data there was no column, there is no such column. Once it will be created, we will go to our, okay, let's wait. Then we will go to our app and we will go to the data section and refresh the, we haven't added our data source yet, so we will, okay, no need to refresh it. But if you have already added your data source to your data source, you will need to refresh it. Okay, this is being created. Click on, now I'll go to this data section, add data, search for my table, that is table tenant. It should come up here, it's coming. I'll connect this table to my data to my app. Okay, once it is added, till the time it is being added, I'll go to this, I'll click on my gallery container. Left sub padding I'll give 50, right sub padding I'll give 50, top padding I'll give, let's say 20, bottom padding also let's say 20. Now here I'll create my gallery. Let's see, on the data section this data is being added now. Here, as I told earlier, what I need is I need a gallery inside it. So you can use vertical gallery, but I would prefer to use blank flexible height gallery. It's totally up to you which gallery you wanted to use. So you see up here, this gallery is fine, but see, for this they are not taking like any space from the left hand side, right hand side. So let's click on this gallery container. Let's not give any padding from left and right. So let's keep it like this. If there is no padding, then just keep it like this. Then the image is on the side, and so basically if you see the gallery, right, if you select this one, so see, what is this? This is called template size. This is what the template size of the gallery. This property is there, right? Template size. So this is what a template size is, nothing but the size or a height of one single row. Okay, so this is what the template size is for this gallery. So for now, let me make it 250. Okay, 150, I think it's more than enough. And inside this gallery, if you see, there is this little gap. Why the gap is there? Because of this template padding. So make it 0. If you make it 0, see, now it's completely aligned. Now if you'll see the content inside this, so the content is horizontal. One is image, then this middle section, then this right button section. So inside this gallery, what you can do is, again, nobody is stopping you to create these responsive content inside the gallery as well. So you can create. So x should be 0, y should be 0, width should be, again you need to write some code. Okay, parent dot width, height should be parent dot template height. Okay, just note parent dot template height, not height this time. Template height means one row height. So see, this container also, I'll not give any shadow, I'll not give any border radius. The first thing first, I need what? I need an image. So I'll search for image. I'll add an image. So this image is up here. Now this image, I'll turn on the flexible height. Minimum height I'll change to 0. On its width, let me write. I'll turn on the flexible width if I want to. Okay, this is fine. Now in this container only, I'll have a vertical container where I'll have two things. Okay, one is that label, the suit ID, something is written, right? For now I'll write like this, suit 101, and below, let me change it to semi bold. Maybe I'll change the font size to 16. Okay, below this I will have the description for this. So again, I'll insert a label. Okay, just select these two. I'll turn on the flexible width, change it to 0. And what we can do is like, no, this should be left only. But I'll click on my container, whatever the content inside I'll center line it. This is my description of this. So yes, So description of my suit will be inside it. That's well and good. For this container also, I'll say it should not have any border radius. It should not have any shadow. So this is started to give me some shape, and then I have this button. So for button again, I can use a button, but this button is outside. Let me cut it. It should be inside my gallery, and this container is 6. So well and good. And this button is up here. I'll click on my gallery. Let's say from the left hand side, I wanted to give some padding, right? Sorry, on this container 6, I can give padding from the right hand side. So let's give 50% padding. It's more than good. This content 6 is there. So vertically, I'll align my text content to the center. This button is there. This button, what I can do is border radius, I can change it to 100 so that it will look exactly like the way it was looking there. And the font size, I can keep it to 13. See, it has started to give me the shape, right? The correct shape. Right, one more thing is there. Yes, this height should be like this. So see, it started to give me the shape like this, right? It did give me the shape like this. Okay, well and excellent, right? Now what I need to do is this container is good in itself. Then below this container, I need one, what do you say? I need one rectangle line or something like that. So this container in its height I have written like this, right? But I'll subtract -5 or maybe -10 from it. Okay. And this container y I'll do 5. So if you do 5 up here, right, then do -10 on its height. So little gap between like two things will be there. Then what you can do is inside your gallery, click on this edit icon, create a rectangle for line. Okay, so this rectangle shape I can use for lines. So this rectangle is here. What I'll do is on its y, I'll write parent dot template height minus self dot height. This code I'll need to write, and its height I'll change it to 2. Sorry, 2. Okay, or maybe I'll change it to 1. Border I'll give solid, and the color of the border should be like this gray, and the color of this should be gray. So color and the border both should be like this. Okay, height is this. On its width, I'll write parent dot width, something like this. Well and good. And that's it. That's pretty much it. I can subtract -50 from it so that it will be till here. But it's up to you. If you think that but this is much bigger, so let's do -20. Okay, so I think it's looking good. Okay, it started to give its shape. So you can see up here on all the screens, it's at least it's working, right? See, the gallery is trying to load its data. So yeah, it's coming. There is one line up here as well. So this container is see, this header container is there, right? In header container again, let me copy this rectangle. Copy. I'll click on my header container. I'll paste it. Okay, wait a second. Pasted a button. Copy. Click on header container. Paste. Okay, so see, it did pasted one rectangle, and on its width, I'll just click on this stretch, and there is some code written to it. Let's remove that code. Fine, well and good, right? So it did created a line. There is again some code written to it. Let me remove that code as well. So this is how we segregated these two. I know this line look a little, what do you say, thick. Reason because of the border thickness. Let me change the border thickness to 1. Maybe we can change it to little more less. But this is fine, right? I think it's started to give some shape. Now this image, if you don't want it to take so much space, so again this fill portion property is there, right? So what I can do is in the fill portion I can say uh, 0.7, I can say, let's say, or maybe 0.5 will be good. I think this much is fine. Let's not do much. So this is looking beautiful. Right, now we just want image from the backend, and first of all, I'll connect this to my table tenant. As soon as I'll connect this to my table tenant, see, this is now data sources table tenant. In this suit, the suit word is not there at the backend. So I need to write the suit ampersand. I need to write this item dot tenant ID. It's called tenant ID at the backend. So see, now this tenant ID are very much responsive. You will see all the tenant IDs are coming up properly. Now I'll click on my this text. I'll turn on its auto height, right? And the font size is fine. I'll go. Just need to change its overflow to scroll, and and do not do this scroll. Make it hidden only. Just go to its text. I'll say this item dot description. Okay, so description of the this will also populate. So let's wait. Let's see whether it is coming or not. So you can see up here, right? This time if I'll play my app, these are coming up properly, right? All the suits, all the sites, they are calling it as suits, right? SUIT, yes, yes. So okay, this is bold, the color is blue, color and everything we can fix. Okay, it's not that we cannot, but it's looking good, right? For now it's looking good. I'll select these two, go to their color and change their color to maybe this whatever will look good. Let's choose this one. And it's looking excellent. This image, I know there is no image at the back end, but I will say this item dot it's called property image or something. Image, let me search for image. It will come property image, yes. Okay, we know that there is no image at the back end right as of now. We will fix this very soon. Here, what I'll do is in this text, in this button, let it okay. In this button, I'll say, because this will be available, and currently I'm just hard coding it to available, and if it is available, its color should be like, let's say, green, right? And the other color should be like this is fine, but need to change this thing. On hover fill, it should be self dot fill, and on press color also it should be self dot fill only. So this should be self dot fill. There shouldn't be any border to it, so this border is there. I'm making it as none. So see, this time if I play my app, the whole theme remain the same, right? If I'm clicking on this, the theme is not changing. So if I go up here, so you can see up here the available button is there, this section is there, right? If this images and this thing, so we are successfully able to build this. When I'll click on available, right, I should be navigated to some other screen like this, as you can see up here. And in this, on the top, we will have some image, and if the image is not there, we should get an option to add an image, right? So we will do that. Don't worry, we will do that. And then this available reserve button, yes. So this is there. So let me go to my this thing. So this page is completed. Okay, first of all. So this is good. This is good. Now what we can do is once they will once somebody will see firstly how to make this search bar workable. So just click on this text input. Okay, change its name to search, search, search text. Okay, just do that. Then click on your gallery. Okay, and on its data source, what I can do is I can write one code as search. Okay, table tenant, and search doesn't give delegation with the Dataverse, so we can use it properly. I think tenant is something called tenant ID. Let's see whether it is coming or not, and if it is a number, it will not come. Okay, tenant ID is not coming. Okay, it should be search. Okay, so sorry, it should be search text dot text, and then comma. Here the tenant ID will come, TENA, tenant See, this tenant ID is coming. Right, let's see whether it is throwing an error or not, or whether it is able to search the tenant IDs or not. Let's play our app and let me write 110. You can see this is exactly what how we want to search with the tenant ID. So it's working. Search bar is working. Okay, now if I click on available, the available one should come, occupied one should come. But again, if you'll see my backend for first of all, if I go up here and if I click on this edit, just see my backend. There had to be some column which we can use for this purpose. Let me decrease its size, increase its size again. That below scroll bar is not coming up. I don't know why. Let me increase its width like this, a little bit from the top. Let's decrease the height. Don't know why it's very laggy. Yes. Okay, 41 more. So let me select all, and then click on save. So that we will see that below scroll bar. This is what I wanted. Now it's a bit laggy, but yes, you can see up here there are so many columns. There are so many columns up here, right? That we can use. Right, tenant ID is there, tenant since, tenant through. So this we will use later on, but I wanted to see state is there, postal code. This thing is fine. Address. Okay, well and good. Middle name, LinkedIn, home full. Okay, fine. Okay. Okay, so basically what is happening, right? How they are, I think how they are calculating is because since there is no flag to it, yes, there is no such flag to it. All of these are expired anyways. If you will go up here also, right, in this application, all of them are expired. If I click on occupied, I will not find any. All of them are available. And if you see some code inside this, right, this is their application. I think they have used this button. There is one more button. So this button pe they have not written any code, but in this button they might have done something. So they are taking that. Okay, okay, understood. This is pretty simple, I guess. I guess. Oh, okay. Yes, they are taking today's date. So what they are doing is like they are checking what is the date today. So today is like 16th March 2024, and if this through date is greater than this that particular the today's date, then show the things in occupied. Otherwise, show the things in that available category. Something like that. It's done up there. And here, if you will see the gallery also, right? And in the gallery filter, they might have done the same thing. So see, the filtering is like this. So filter all, and it's just the same. Just they haven't used the search. They have used this filter and in operator to search the suit IDs. But then again, it's pretty much same only. Tenant ID, and today's date. Okay, so pretty easy. Let's do this. Okay, let's do this. So on all, we will see all the tickets. No need to do filtering up here. So I have instead of they have done a little bit different, but I have taken this where ID 1 for all, 2 for available, 3 for this. So the same way I'll go to its data source. I can write a switch case. Okay, I can write a switch case, which will be like this: switch var tab. And if var tab is 1, so 1 is this only, right? So for 1, this is fine. But if it is 2, then something should, let me copy this search only. And I'll paste it up here. Then I'll put a comma. And if it is 3, then do this. Okay. So this is pretty much it. Now let me see. Switch is an unknown switch. Spelling of switch is wrong. SWITCH. It should be SWITCH. Now it's absolutely correct. You can see now. What I need to do is, if I click on available, only the ones which are available should come up here. Okay, but before I do for available, let me do for occupied. And how we will do for occupied? So here I'll do some filter, and this is my data source. The search one will be my data source. Filter by what? Filter by today date. If today, if that this item dot that through date, there is something called through date. This will not come. This will not come like this. That is called date. Or maybe let me check its name at the back end. It's called tenant through. Tenent, tenant through. Tenant state through dot. No need to write dot or what anything. Now that we have written this, as you can see, it's proper. So today is, let's say, it's 16 March. If this tenant through is greater than this, right, then those occupied one will come, right? Otherwise, if it is smaller, then why would I show that? Anyways, those, see this. If the date in the back end, let me just show you. If it is 2017, right, and today is like 2024, it's 2024 right now. So this year is way too past. Already these properties are like what you say, are not allocated to this person anymore, right? So we cannot show in occupied. That is already, now it's available. It should come in available section. Okay, so that is what we are also trying to do. So this is the filter for like occupied. That's it. And I'll copy this thing. Okay. Now in available, what we wanted to show, which are not occupied. Okay, those are available. So I think this is fairly fine. Copy this. Let me copy this whole filter one from here till here. I'll copy the whole filter thing, and where tab index two is for like available. Okay. So if it is, I'll say if today's date is greater than. Okay, I'll say it's greater than this tenant through. So if only and only if it is greater, if today's date is greater, it's not less than this tenant through, then this property is not occupied, right? It's available. Simple. Okay. If there is a further logic later, we will fix it. But for now, let's keep it like this. So again, if I'll show you, if I click on available, again you will see everything. But if I'll click on occupied, okay, on available nothing is coming. Let's see why is that. Filter. Let me see. Today we didn't find any data. It's saying tenant through today is greater than tenant through. Okay, let me interchange the positions of this. Maybe because of this also it can happen. So let me interchange the position of this. Tenant through should be less than, and this should be greater than this. See, yeah, that was the problem. Okay, so sometimes if this happens to you also, right, just change the position, just change the sign. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Let me cut this, and here it should be less than equal to. So I think it's fine this time. Yes, it's fine this time. You can see up here now it is coming. If I'm on available, right, it's showing up everything. But if I click on occupied, nothing will come, and nothing should come. Okay. So if it is, see, if there is nothing, if I'll play my app here also, if I click on occupied, so no suit available is coming, right? So the same thing we can do up here. So see, if nothing is coming on this occupied, so no suit available should come. How to display that? Again, very simple. See this, where this gallery is, right? Inside this gallery container, create one label, and that label turn on the flexible width, turn on the flexible height, change the minimum width to 0, change the minimum height to 0, and on its visible property we need to write some code. We will say if var tab. No need to do where tab or anything, but this thing is there, right? The code that we have written inside the gallery, this thing. Okay, this code is there. This one is for occupied. So if this is empty, if the no data is coming, right? So basically we can copy the whole thing as well. It's not that we cannot. On this label, on the visible property of this, basically visible, if you write false, it will be false. It will not show, and if you write true, it will be there. Okay, so the two things are there. So now it's coming. So what we need to do is, if I paste this thing, I know it's going to throw me an error. What I need to write before this is, I'll say if this is blank, if var tab index 1 and this is blank, and I'll write if condition also. Inside switch I'm writing if is cannot use blank but have to use empty function, empty, because this is a source I'm taking. So if this is empty, I'm saying it should be true, else it should not come up here false. Same thing again I need to do. If is empty, and then need to close up is empty, I need to close up here, and again I need to write if it is empty then show, otherwise don't show false. Again for this, if is empty, is empty, and I'll go up here, a comma, I'll write true comma false, and then close one more bracket at the end. And now see, there isn't any error because I will close one more bracket. And this is awesome, right? It's a big code, but it will definitely going to work. Okay, every time it is going to work. So basically what I'm saying ki, like if var tab index is 1, then check if the first one, if this is blank or not, if it is true or false, then show true or false, then for this true false, something like that. Okay, so this is good. And here I'll say whatever they have done up here, right? No suit available, so I'll do the same thing, no suits available. That's it. Padding left, if you want you can give 50, if it's totally up to you. And that's pretty much it. I can change it to overflow so that this will go on the top. And this is it. This gallery is there. what what I can do is I'll say not label label 6 not visible. So if label 6 is visible, then don't show the gallery, something like that. So see, no suit available. But if I go up here, so data is there, so data will come. All maybe also data will come. That tag label is not come. But see here, no suit available. Now it's working perfectly fine, right? The way it should. I know it's a bit complex. You need to rewatch this part how I did it. So see this on this gallery. What I am saying is, if the visibility of this is true, the not function will change the true to false. Okay, so this gallery should go false. But if the gallery is true, then this, if this is false, then show the gallery, something like that. Okay, and the visibility for this, the code that I have taken, I know it can be a bit complex if you're a beginner, but this is how we do it. So var tab index 1, and again I have the 3 switch cases. Because I have 3 switch cases, so I cannot do one, I need to do like multiple. Okay, so this is why I have done multiple, and here I've written if this for tab index 1, this is the search query. If it is empty, I'm saying then show me this thing no suit available. But if it is not empty, then just don't show me this label, something like that. Okay, so this is well and good. You can see up here. So now they are coming. So our one screen is done. Okay, now what we will do is, I'll click on this available. I'll be navigated to some other screen, right? The way they are navigating up here If I click on available, if I click on this available, so I'm navigating to a different screen. In this screen, they have this edit property button is up here, right? They have two buttons up here. If we click on edit property, so this part is coming. All right, so this is there. Let's see how we can do this. Okay, how we can create this screen. So what I'll do is, now I'll not do the hard work. I'll duplicate this screen. I've already done the hard work, so I'll just duplicate the screen. Again, see, whenever we duplicate, it happens like this. So the side nav bar is again, because of this minimum width, it's doing like this. So I'll say 0 0, and now it's everything is fixed. But on this side, I do need some header. I do need some these two things, right? But then again, what I'll do is I'll delete these two containers from this side. Okay, again, I'll build, like, one is this image. I need to show the property image on the top. Then I need one. Let me click on back. Basically, this is how it will look initially. Then I'll have this kind of bar where I can click on this button, edit property, and I can edit this particular property, or I can, like, allocate it to, like, somebody. So this is very much possible to build. Now what we will do is, the first thing first, we will need to have a image control. Thinking, yes, let's build an image control. Okay, so once I build this image control, it should take the full width. Its flexible height shouldn't be on, but I'm turning it on for now. Then the suit is there. Then this edit property bar is there, you can say. So for that, what I can do is, I can again take a container. I can take a vertical container for this. This is fine. Minimum width I'll change to 0. Minimum height I'll change to width is 0. Height is minimum height also 0. And inside it, what I will be needing is a button. Again, a button. But from where I'll take that button, I'll go to this screen. Anyways, I've created this button. So let's not take this button. Let's not take this button. Here only I'll create a button. Okay, button. Simple button I'll make. This I'll click on my container. This will be right aligned. Padding from right, let's say 50. Okay, and well and good. This container is there. I'll turn off the flexible width, as I told earlier. Height, change its height to 50. And this container content should be center aligned. This button, the height, the font size should be 13. And the border radius should be, let's say, 100. And I'll say edit property. Well and good. So this is looking good. And this one, if I want, I can give it some light gray color. Okay, same the way it's there. Then below this, what we have this section. Again, one more container is there, where we will have this button kind of thing, like it's available or not. It's just a normal, like, let's say, text, or we can say, we can create a button and make it view mode. Okay, then the suit 100 is there. Then it's pretty simple. These two things are very very basic. So what we will do, this here, we were inside this container part is done. I'll click on my suit container again. I'll create a vertical container inside it. So inside this vertical container, firstly I need 1 2 3. Okay, three things are very simple. I'll again create a button. Okay, for this container, let me give padding from left 50, padding from right 50. Okay, padding from top, let's say, 20. Okay, for this button also, I'll change it to 13. Color, I can change it to, let's say, green. And because its color will be based on if it is available or not. But for now, I'm just, for UI purpose, I'm doing this available. Change its display mode to view, so that it will not be clickable. Border radius, I'll make it 100. Right, available as spelling is a little bit wrong. Available. Okay, so this is done. This part is done. Now I need to show the suit ID. So again and again, I'm not going to do it. Just going to copy these two things from here. Copy and go to this screen. Go to the suit screen one and paste it inside this container. I know it's going to throw me an error. Reason because that was inside the gallery, but this here the gallery is not there. So what I need to do is when I click on this available button, right? When I click on this available button, first of all, I should be navigated to that particular screen. So let me rename that screen to this will be allocate the allocate suit. Okay, allocate suit pages screen is there. So I'll go up here, go to its on select. I'll say navigate to allocate suit page. The transition should be fade, and the third parameter of this navigate function is there. So I'll say where current rec where current record is what this item. That's it. Okay, so this row it will take the data, and the reason for the error is I put a dot instead of a comma. So this is fine. So if I click on this time, see, I'll be navigated to this particular page. These two errors are there. Need to fix this. So here I'll say where current record dot, and it should be tenant ID. Well and good. And this one will be where current record dot description. Where current rec dot description. So see, they are coming right the way they should. Now only thing that I have to do is just create like two more buttons. Correct. Very simple. So let me just go to the suit screen because I have done some like color coding to this button. I'll copy this button. I'll go to my allocate suit and will see directly if I'll paste two button, they will be one will be top, one will be bottom. So what I need to do is I need to create a horizontal container so that they will be one after the other. Okay. Change the height of this minimum height. See, I'll turn off the flexible height, change the height to 50. Minimum width, let's change it to 0. So inside this, and no need to give any shadow to it. So inside this container, I'll paste a button and one more button. Okay. So it's giving some error. So let me remove this. Whatever is written inside it, let's remove them. Because of this, the error was there. So as soon as I'll remove, the error is gone. Why the description is not coming? Okay, let me go to suits page again. I'll come from this page first of all, so that now it's coming right. So this button is there. So the first button, it should be like go back. Okay, and the next one is like reserve. Okay, so go back and reserve is there, and there is some gap between them. So I'll click on my container. First of all, I'll vertically align center. Let's give 20 pixels gap between them. So well and good. The styling of this is there is no background color to it. So I'll make it transparent, and there is this font color is there. So I'll change its font to this. Okay, and the border color I'll also change it to this so that it will look good. Okay. Focus border color is there. I'll change it to 2. And see. One more thing I need to do is click on this container. Just give some padding from the left hand side, padding from the right hand side. That's it. So that it will not get cutted. And it's done. Pretty much it's done. Border color should be like self dot border color. I'll copy this code, and hover border color is also there. So from here, from the top, we can select the property hover border color, and currently it's like transparent. I'll paste this code. I'll say 20%. So I think we are good till here. See, on hovering, its color is going white. So for this one, for this specific one, I can change it to this. On press, I'll change it to this. Okay. So see, on hover also this time, I think it's good, right? If I click up here, so it will navigate me back. It will not be on this screen. So here, what code I'll write is on its on select. I will write back code, and that's it. If I'll play my app, if I'll click on this back, so see, I'm back to this screen. Okay. If I click on this, let's say this time 102. So 102 this. Okay. Well and good. Now reserve will be something will happen when we will click on reserve. So we'll do that. And this one, what I'm thinking is making it transparent. The color I'll change it to, let's say, blue. Maybe not blue available, right? Maybe let's use this purple, something like that. And I'll right align this thing. I'll do. Okay, something like this. Let's do it. Let's not make it like flexible height. If I turn it off, okay, height I can change to 30 as well. It's fine. Okay, so this is available, something like this available, and here it's this is the buttons are like that. Because of the color, it's I think the green is not looking that good, but yeah, blue would have gone with my theme. So I can select this one, this blue. But let's see, if I change this to blue and this to blue, every property follow the, yes, they are following the rules. Just need to change few things. And yeah, we are good to go. Now I think it's good, right? On hover, on back, properly it's working. Okay, so this is awesome. This color now I can change to green. I think it will look good in green. If it is available, then the color should be green, and if it is not available, then if not available, then the color should be orange, something like that. So it's good. One more thing, if you want to have gap between them, what you can do is that this container is there, right? There is something called this stretch is there, so we can do this. But see, as soon as I did this, it's not looking good. So let's not do that. But what I'll do is this one is there, right? I'll turn off the auto height, and the height of this, let's say 90, and overflow I'll say scroll. So it's this is possible. Okay. So the UI is in our hand. Whatever we want, we can do it. Now let's say that this image is taking way too much. First of all, minimum width, minimum height, I'll change to 0. The portion is 1:2. I'll say 0.5. Okay, and I think it's more than enough. So once somebody will click on this, see, edit property, and if they will click on this edit property, this will be hidden, and some new, see, when they will click on edit property, right? So that is hidden, and something new, or for this purpose they have created a new screen only. But we will not create a new screen. In a single screen we will have this UI with us, where user can like simply like update their form. So very simple, we will make this edit property pages there. So very simple. Let's try to do this. When I'll click on this edit property, this thing will be hidden, and the below thing also will be hidden. So two things will be hidden. Okay, so this container is there again. There is some border radius to it. There is some shadow to it. So let me remove it. I think now it's good. Okay, it's good. So on this edit property, what I'll do is go to advanced, I'll create one variable, but this time I'll not create a set variable, but update context variable. So context variable are those variables which can only be used within a screen. We cannot use this variable on another screen. So I'll say var uh, edit tenant record. Okay, I'll change it to true. If somebody will click on this, where tenant record will be true. Okay, well and good. I'll copy this variable. Now what I'll do is I'll select this container, the suit container. Inside my suit container I have two container. One is this container 8, one is this container 9. I'll select both of these container. Right, I'll go to the visible property. Somewhere they will have this visible property. Here. And here I don't need this whole thing, but just need to define this var current record, this thing, and I'll put a ampersand sign. So if it is true, then this will be hidden. Otherwise, a new container will be there with the other things. So I'll create that a new container. That will be a vertical container again. And this container name will be like edit tenant property container. It will be, and it will only be visible when I'll click on this edit icon. Okay. So where is that? Again, visible is at the bottom. So where edit tenant record. So if it is true, then only it will be visible. So see, if I'll click on this edit, see, they got hidden, right? And it is now visible. Again, don't give it any shadow, any like this should be 0. So this is fine. So in this what we need to do is, first of all, edit property. A big text is there. So that I'll do again a label. I'll turn on this width. I'll say edit property. Right, font size I'll do, let's say 20. And this container I'll click left, so padding I'll give 50, right 50. So left 50, right 50, top let's say 20. That will look good. And then below we will have some form in it. So you can say edit form and connect this form to your table tenants. So all the fields will come. We don't need all the fields. Just 2-3 fields are required. We will utilize those only. So let the data come. It may take a little bit time to come, but yeah, let's wait. Okay, so as you can see up here, it's coming up like this. And I can click on edit field, but what I like to do is open this form. From here I can multi-select whatever field I don't want. I can quickly select like this. Let me press Ctrl A in this. All are selected. This one I need tenant ID and I need description. So the two I'll take, and that's it. Where is the description? Let's search. This is the description. And one more, that is this image one also. So this PM property image, maybe it is this or something else. Okay, that's it. Rest all I don't need. I'll right click on it and hit on delete. So let's see what do we got up here. So as soon as it is deleted, see up here, it's good. PM property image ID, I don't know what this is. Let me delete this also. So these two are here. I'll click on my form column. I'll say one row, one column, something like this. And this is absolutely fine. The description, this description, what we can do is that I can increase its height, but the better if you click on inside. Let me change its height to 70. And if yes, so see, if I change its height to 100, its outer height is also increasing. So change the inner height, outer will auto increase. This tenant ID, this particular data card, if you see, whatever it's I'll change unlock to change property. Go to its properties. Its display mode is whatever is written inside it. I'll remove that. Its display mode should be view, so only tenant ID will come up here. I don't care, like I don't want the user to edit the IDs. They can edit the description, they can edit the photo. For photo, I'll click on my form fields and add fields. Somewhere here will be something called, it's called property image. Just now I saw, I can search for image. It's not that I cannot see this property image is there. I'll click on add. So see, it came, right? The property image also came. So it's that easy. I'll click on my this description. I think it's way too big. Or I can do what? I can click on my form instead of I can make it two column. So I think okay, now that I have made two column, I'll click on my this image control is over here. So the border initially it will be none. Just change it to dotted and just give like any, like let's say this dark gray I can give, so that I know this. This is where this is a section to put image, right? And tenant ID, as we all know, only the tenant ID will come up here. So this is good. Now what I can do is that we can have some buttons up here as well. Below I can have some button here. Let's not mm, the same way this containers, these are I will not show the image. That's what I want. So on the visible property of these containers I have written something, right? I'll copy this. I'll go to the image, and on the image visible property again I'll paste the code, because I don't want I want this extra space. I will have some button up here now. So on this edit tenant container, what I'll need to do is I will create a button. So this button is all the way to the down, reason because of this the flexible height is on for this. So what we can do is the turn off the flexible height for this. The height we can change to 450 or something. Maybe 430 will make more sense. Yes. So this is fine, but if you want it to be little bit ahead, right? Again, you need to create a container for this. But what I'll do is let's center align it, or maybe try to right align it. Some place it should look good. Or let me not use a button. This property is there right on the top, and here I'll give it some light gray color, and no, it's not making a good sense. So in this I'll create one more container. Let's create a horizontal container. Okay, move this horizontal container all the way to the top. I'll cut this label. I'll paste this label inside it. I'll turn on the flexible width of this label. I'll go turn off the height of this flexible height. For this height I'll change to 50. Now inside this horizontal container, first of all I'll change its drop shadow to 0, border radius to 0. And here inside this I will create one or two buttons, back and save. So go back and save. Okay, let me just copy this container only. Copy. I'll again paste it here. So here this time I don't need this. Padding, just give 30 from both the sides. Okay. And then inside maybe on my container 9 I have two buttons, right? This and this and this. I'll copy those two buttons. I'll come up here and I'll paste those two buttons up here. So do you see this? Go back and this two buttons are there. Center line gap I can give 30. So go back will do what? So instead of this time doing going back, I'll say update context. So I have created one variable, right? Where this thing edit tenant record. I'll change it to false this time. If somebody will click on go back. Okay, and instead of comma, it should be like a colon, because it is a context, it is a record. So, context spelling is wrong. Okay, curly braces. So this is good. This is good. Let me save the application. Once it is saved, I'll copy this code. Even on reserve, when I'll click on reserve also, right? This should happen. There will be some code on the top which will update this form data. So how the form data will be updated? So here I need to write submit form, and the name of the form. The name of the form is, I think, form 1 only. Form form 1, right? And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Submit form 1, update context. This is everything is awesome. It's looking beautiful. Now, now. This looks good. On this form, see this form is there. Go to items. Go to search for item property, and on its item, the variable that we have here, right, where current record, it should come up here, and that particular ID and description will auto populate. So no need even to worry about this. I'll click on this description one. I'll change it to from single to multi-line, and that's it. Now see, if I click on property image, right, if I select, let's say, where do I have the content, any content, if I'll have maybe on download, let's, I'm using any image, okay. If I click on reserve, right, so this image will be, let's think it as of a like a property image. So as soon as this image is reserved, this image should come up here. And how this image will come up here, I'll click on this image now, because there is no code is written. So I'll write where current rec dot image. There's something called property images there. So if I do like this, and it should come. Let me check my backend whether it is updating up here or not. Let me refresh it up here. So I have updated for one suit 106. So let's check for suit 106. Where is it? This one. Let's move to the right hand side. Images will not come in Dataverse anyways, but in app they come. Let me go to this suit screen. Let's see whether the image is coming up here or not for 106. So see, it's coming, right? It's coming. The image is coming. What I need to do is I need to click up here. Sorry, click on this image section. Instead of fit, I need to do fill. So it will be like fully, it should take the full width and the full height. Something like that. This image is not really good, I would say. But again, the image is coming, right? If I click on available, here also the image is coming. And what I will again do is, instead of fill, let me do stretch. So again, the quality of image is not really good. But then again, it's coming, right? You can choose the proper images. It will come. Okay. But here the image quality is again not very good. I'm trying to take a good one, but even the fit, I don't know why the fit, because this image type, right, it takes it take the image as like a square in shape. So better let's use this fill, something like that. Okay, if it was a proper image, proper square image, it would have came properly. But it's not coming up here. But see, at least we are able to edit, right? We are able to get the, so this functionality is working. Even we can update the description: new build suit, spacious kitchen, bedroom. Okay, if I click on edit property, bedroom with attached washrooms, something like that. If I do, and if I hit on, let me choose different image. Reserve. Sorry. So this time I change the image, and it should get updated up here. Well, where current record. Let's create a refresh button or something. Let's search for refresh button. If refresh is not there, then there is something called reset button. Okay. So this button I will use now for, it should be horizontal, by the way. Yes, and this one I'll click. Flexible width, I'll turn it off. Flexible width, I'll turn it off. It should be parent dot height. Yes, and the padding should be 10, 10, 10, 10. And on this, let me write some code. The same code which I was writing it up here, right? This code I'll write, copy, and here I'll not refresh or do anything. Let's not change. Okay, press Ctrl Z. Let me not delete anything from up here. I'll play my app. I'll go back. We'll click on this. On its on select and paste the code. I think it's good. Let me refresh now. Oh my god, it's not taking anything. But why is that? The data had to be there. Look up. This is correct. The data is here. 2 rooms description is also here, but I don't know. And I'm saving everything inside this variable. Then why it is not coming up? Where current rec dot description? Why? I don't know what's the bug in this. I'll look into it. But basically, it is updating, but is not updating there. God knows. When I'm coming from here, if I click on this refresh, now the image is gone. This is the same thing. Now this is coming, but this is not coming. Property image. It is not a record, it's an image only, man. Okay. Now this is coming, and this is of type record. What does it has? It has an image. It has, okay. If I say dot full is an image, and if I say center fill, no, tile is fine. And if I click up here, okay, see, now the reset is, this is working. At least it's not going away now. Let's click on edit. Let's quickly change the cars. And we'll change it to one small dining. Something is I've written. Let's click on reserve. Click on this reset. Yes, it's at least it's trying to do now. Okay, image. There is some issue. I don't know what. Yes, this image is not coming up here. So we need to just remove this dot value maybe. And if I click on this reset, yes, it's working. Let me just one more time. I'll click on reserve. Oh, sorry, edit property. One balcony. If I do, let me change the image one more time and hit on reserve. And yes, it's working. Okay, so yeah, it should work. God knows why it was not working. So no need to even create this button now. But it's scary. I'll copy this. Click on this edit on this reserve only. After this, I'll paste the code. So this is correct. Let me again do one more time and before attached sinks, something like that. Let me change the image again quickly to this one, and the final I'll hit on reserve. But here, from here, it's yes. Okay, so yeah, need to press this reset button. There is some issue. The code is correct, but yeah. So that it's working now. We were successfully able to reserve it, like fix it. The next part is left, like see this. So once it's they will click on save, data will be saved. They will be navigated back to this screen. Then they can reserve. They will click on this reserve button. Then a new screen will come where they will reserve. There will be a form like this, so they can reserve these. Okay, this is very pretty simple. Let's build it. Okay, so this part is good. Till here we are really good. So once they will hit on reserve, they will be navigated to another screen, which will say like allow reserve user to suits, something like that. I'll name this screen. And here I just have one form with a scrollable screen. So what I can do is create a vertical gallery container. Okay, again in its x I can write 0, y I can write 0, width should be parent dot width, height should be parent dot height, parent dot width, it should be parent dot height, right? Padding I can give left, I can give 100, right, 100, correct. Inside it, top say padding, let's give 20. Okay, bottom I'm not giving any. Okay, wait a second, it should be 0, but padding should be 20. And then the first thing is one big label which will say reserve suit 100, something like that. It will be stretched. The font size should be, let's say, 20, and it will be center align. Let's say reserve suit. Okay, within double quote it should be. And then suit ID will come dynamically. So again ampersand. Then from this allocate screen, right, from here we are going there. So again I need to write navigate to this reserve user to suits comma, then the transition should be fade and the variable should be that only, where I have, right, where I don't know why it's not coming up, but let me quickly copy from up here, copy, and I'll paste it up here, where current track, so I'll pass the same thing, no need to do anything. So if I'll go to this screen, there is this error, and here I'll paste that variable dot tenant ID. So everything is well connected now, right? And make it bold or something. So this part is done. Then here we have one form. Again, for form, what you can do is just search for edit forms. You will have your form, click on tenant, whatever field you want, take those field. Whatever field you don't want, don't take those field. It's totally up to you. So once it is here, I'll go to the field side. So let's see, lease start date should be there, lease duration should be there. Okay, and then tenant first name, last name, email. So everything is cool, easy. So this is screen. Oh, wait a sec. This last screen is there. Okay, everything is coming. First of all, click on your form. Go to its item property. And in its item property, I'll use that variable where current rec. Okay, so that 106 all record will come up here. Now what I don't need is this. Firstly, I'll click up here, press control A, no, click on form, press. I don't know why this is happening to me, but yes, control is now it's working. So I don't need to show tenant ID or anything. See what I want to lease start date. So for lease start date is this, I think. There is something called tenant sense. Okay, so this lease through date is there. So these two. Then what? Tenant first name. So something is for first name. There should be a field. You can see this first name is there, and this last name is there. Okay. Then we have email field. So this is email field. What else we have? We have country, state, city, zip code. So country. Oh my God, where is that? Country is on the top. Here, country, then state, city, and then last one is zip code or postal code. Okay, and then rest I don't need. I will delete. So once they are deleted, we will see. We will the picture will be more clearer, right? You can see this form up here. Let's say two. This is fine. I think so. So sin should be at the top. I'll move it at the top, and then through should be below this. Then we have the first name. Then we have the last name. Then we have country. Then we have a state. Then we have city. Then at last we have postal code. Email should be below the last name. Right. So this is pretty much it. I think so. It's look good. Unnecessary things like this, let's say we don't want this, right? At the time we don't want. So if you'll select up here, there is something like these three things, delete them. It will show you some errors, but we'll deal with those errors later. Okay, reason I cannot delete it because I need to go to advanced and unlock the properties. Now I'll be able to delete them. Yes, I knew that these errors will come. So this error is like this. I'll say date value. Instead of this date value 3 is its name. Copy this part again, paste it up here. Close it. Come on. Okay, date value 3. So this is fixed. One more thing I need to fix. This code, this part I'll remove. This still here need to remove. I think it's one more extra bracket is there. So just remove that, and if this is blank, not blank, then do this. Okay, this is correct. Now talking about this, where is this separator minute value? So just delete it. As soon as we again unlock to change property, then I can delete them. Now they are deleted. It should be date value 4. I'll copy this, paste it up here. I'll go up here and we'll remove this part from plus till this bracket, not required, and this extra bracket is also not required. Then for the width of this, something is written, some code might be written. What I need to do, just remove this divided by 2. This also you need to do the same thing, divided by 2 you need to remove, and it's fixed. So from this to this, but see this through is not there. If you see that through is not there, right? And this through, since it's not there, so we cannot do like this. There, instead of this through, it should be a, what you say, it should be a combo box, right? So let me delete this. I know there are again lot of errors are there, but in this I will remove this error one also, or maybe yes, and the star value is there. This is fine. Yes, now what I'll do is I'll insert one combo box, or insert a drop down. No need to insert a combo box. Drop down is fine in this case. Okay, and I'll say parent. This is the code that was written in it. Parent.width minus 60. Spelling of width is wrong. Okay, and here it should be 1, 2, 3, right? Something like that. 1, comma 2, comma 3. Okay, so 1 year, 2 year. Okay, something like that. The same thing if you will see up here, right? 1 year, 2 year, 3 year lease duration. So this text also we can change. It should be like uh, text is there. So whatever is written there, I'll write lease duration. Lease duration. Copy x dot x y. I'll say. So just follow along with me. Like you have also to do write this code to make to like properly align it, because the previous one already had this thing. Okay, now I think it's fine. The only thing I need to do is this code. So basically, this will update in tenant through date, right? So tenant through date. What we will need to do is I need to write here date add, and basically this is what this 1 2 3 is nothing but years. Okay, so what I can do is go to items. I can create like this. Let's say this is my, let's say year no, comma, year name. Inside double quote I'll write 1 year. Okay. Oh, I just need to do this. Paste. It should be year 2. This should be 2 year. And I'm creating a table, by the way, here. So this number will be 3 because I need two things. So here I'll show 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, but I'll add this thing, year number to them. So I'll go up here. There is something called date add. So what date I wanted to add up here. So see, basically I'll go up here. Whatever the date will be selected up here. I can come up here. No, not up here, but on this data card, I'll say on its update property, you can see the update property selected date add dot selected date, comma, how many days do you want to add? So basically whatever is written inside this, right? This drop down, copy. So I'll say drop down one dot selected dot and two things. So number I'll add, right? And time unit should be years. So these are nothing but years. So I need to add years. Okay, that's it. So basically this, if I select, let's say 16th up here, right? Basically this, if you will see what it will say with the backend 3/16/2025. So 1 year after, currently it's 2024. So it will say 2025 in the through date. Okay, we'll see this later, but till now we are good. Really good, I can say. Now then, this is here. I can click on this container. It's we can do this also. Let's do 300. Let's do 300. Okay. And the same way it's there, right? We can say one column like this. It's totally possible. And here, what I can do is from the this allocate screen. When I'll click on this available, right? When I click on this any available, I have this thing, right? Go back and reserve. I'll copy this thing. I'll click on reserve. So when I click on reserve, I come to this screen. I'll paste this up here. Right? And on this, I'll just say save, or maybe reserve is fine. Let's say let's give 30 ka padding. So let's give 30 padding. This is good. The form is there. I need to think a little bit. So iska height we can increase to, let's say, 100. Okay, so that is, yes, now it's, I think so, it's looking good. So they will see a scroll up here. What I'm that is This is the reason why I'm against the scroll. That is why this 2 is fine. I don't want it to be, yes, I think this 2 is fine. Okay, and the height of this flexible height I'm giving, so I can, yeah, 500 is fine, I guess. So I think this looks okay. And back will take me back to the page where I came from, and reserve will reserve this resource to me. So here I'll say submit form, and then the name of this form is form 2, I guess. Yes. And once this is done, I should be navigated back. That's it. So pretty much it. This is it. Once the resource is allocated, one should be navigated back. Okay. So this is good, but uh, yes, this form is in edit mode. People are able to edit it, I think so. What about this page? What happened to the color of this page? I think yes, it's fine. So as soon as I'll hit on this reserve, right, it will be reserved, and this tenant since and these details are coming, right. This detail will not come. The form will be new mode. Yes, no. It will be in edit mode only. But the thing is, this data which is coming up here, what I need to do is firstly unlock and one by one I need to go to their default, whatever is written I need to remove so that they will be empty. Yes, I know it's going to be a lot of work, but it's way faster than developing everything from scratch. Okay, because we are just updating this record with the new record. Okay, so we will remove this user, this country. Okay, this one, this also, and for this final, and for date also. For date also I need to remove. I need to go to advanced, and there is something called default date. Here, see, this default date is there. So here I need to write today function rather than this, and will remove input text placeholder. I will not keep anything. I think now it's perfectly fine. So it's saying reserve suits this thing. Let me give my name up here. When I'll say last minute. Okay, and then country India. State, I'll say Uttarakhand. Yeah, I'll say. Okay. Okay. So as soon as I'll hit on reserve, right? So this particular property will be reserved to me. So let's click on reserve, and I'll click on this refresh icon. Let me go back to my suit, and 107. It's not coming up here. Now it's coming in occupied, as you can see up here. And if I click go to available, so it doesn't have any property. but it's now it should show once it is allocated, right? This is what we were doing up here. So if some property we are okay, let me go back first. If some suit is being occupied, okay, let me just show up here. Let me say available reserve. Let me quickly fill with some sample data. It should be number, otherwise it will throw error. So yeah, this confirmation we are not showing, we will, but see, it is saying now occupied until something like that, right? And okay, it's navigating to this page right after this. So if I click on reserve after this, don't go back, but navigate to the suit screen. That's it. Correct. So now it will, once I'll allocate, I'll be navigated to this screen. Okay, and in all anyways, I'm going to see all the records, right? And this will get changed if it is allocated. So the same the code that is written up here, right? On this gallery on select page, there is some code written. Yes, this code, what I'll do is not on this, but better what I'll do is that I can say okay, let's not do this. I'll click up here. Firstly, let me go to its fill color, or maybe firstly let me go to its text. I'll say if today function is less than equal to this record dot, it's something called true or something. What was it called? Okay, it's not this record, but this item dot true tenant through. So if this is it, if tenant through is greater, then I'll say reserved, something like that. For now, I'll say reserved. So that reserve world will come. It's slow, very slow. Yes, so see, it's saying reserved, right? I can use this code, copy this code, and go to the fill property as well. Fill is the background color, and same thing I can do up here. I'll say color dot orange, let's say, or orange, and close the bracket at the end. So the color, okay. Now in place of reserve, need to say occupied until okay. So till when it is occupied, they are showing that. So very simple. Just say occupied till, and then this text will come dynamic. So I'll say this item dot tenant true, and it will show the whole date. Let me change the font size to 10 maybe, so that it will come. Okay, and the width of this should be like, let's say 250. Okay, width also we can make like a response, so we can write code in the width. But yeah, here I just want to format this text. How to format? Before this item write text function, and after available, no, after this through date, we have to close the comma up here inside double quote. Let me say mmm comma yy. So March 25th, like year. I can show the date if I want to. I can show dd space, so 16 occupied till 16 March, something like that. Okay, so now if you'll see up here, if I go to available, right? So in available, I will be able to see all the available ones, and if I go to all, so you will see all the tickets up there, and see this occupied. Now see, if I click up here and if I go up here, instead of available, the same thing I need to show up here also, right? So I'll go up here in this available, whatever code I have written, I'll copy this code. Now I'll click on this button, and I'll go up here on its text, I'll paste the same code, right? Now this here I need to just change it with that very where current record. So that's it. Copy, paste, and that's pretty much it. And I need to turn on the this stretch. The color, again, very simple. Just need to copy this part. I need to go to the color. Okay, this is that green color, which is good. Before this green color, I need to paste this code, and I need to write color dot orange, comma, and then come to the end and close the bracket. So occupy till this and this date. And if, see, this button should not be here. If I copy this, and if I go up here on visible of this button, there is this property called visible. I'll paste this code. I'll say if this is true, then the button should not be there, and if it is false, the button should be there. Right. Now just need to do few things. False, it should be comma, not dot. Rot tenant true. Okay, so see, that button has been gone. Now here they were showing like few details, like whom this particular this thing is assigned to. So I'll show that details up here below this. Okay, so for that I can copy this on this container. I can paste it. I can move this up. Oh god, I move all the way to the up. I just needed to move one step up. Okay, here I can change its font size to, let's say, to 14. Color, let me change to black only. I'll say allocated, reserved to details, something like that. Reserved to details, reserve details, like whom this. Okay, reserve details. So this is reserve details are there. Now below this, what you can do is that HTML is also there. HTML text is also there. We can utilize these are good and easy to use. I'll say to stretch, turn on the auto height, and on its HTML text, let me remove it. I'll say mm, I'll say name, like whom this is reserved to, and here where current rec dot mm, first name %, give some space between them, where current rec dot last name. Okay, so see, my name is coming, right? I can make this part bold. I can make my name bold. This is the power of this HTML text. Okay, so my name is coming, right? It is allocated to me. Now what I can do is I can copy this, paste it one more time. Select these two. I can say if I just quickly let's click up here. Let's see what tenant, and it is saying tenant ka location and lease from when to when, right? So I'll say lease, and where this will be tenant since, and I can use a dash sign, tenant true. And again, they are using some text formatting function there, so we can also use that. That's pretty easy to use. Okay, and Okay, I'll show date also. Date MMM, something like that. Next, I think it's fine. What else? What else is there? I think it's, yeah, they are saying tenant, so I'll say tenant only. Tenant. Okay, so these are some tenant details. So can select them, can change their color. It's totally possible, right? So it's well and good. Okay. If anybody wants, we can show the address also. Pre-order, move up. Let's show the address also. Okay, let me say address. Address will be like, let's show city first. Then I'll show the directly. I'll show the country, and if I want, I can then show the zip code as well. Comma, space, ampersand, where current rec dot zip, or it's called postal code at the back end. Postal code. So this is it. It's coming right. Perfect. So these are some of the tenant details. Now I can arrange this to the left hand side, right hand side. That's pretty much possible. But for now, I think this is fine. There is no image associated to it. So we can associate an image. Okay, this image will not come, I guess. So this is the wrong type of image. Let me choose another. Okay, and if I click on reserve, yes, everything is working. See, this time it worked. It didn't even need to press on this. So image is coming. Everything is looking excellent. If I go back, you can see up here. So see, it is being occupied till this. It's coming up here. Okay, so well and good. This feature that is completed. Now the only part is left that I'll cover in next video is that this contact info and how we can connect this thing. If you will see up here, so there is this contact info is there. So the contact info on the left hand side, right hand side, the details of the person and who, like when, from when and when this person has this lease allocated to him. Then this edit contact details is there, right? So we'll see this in the next part of this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It's a big video, I know, but you might have learned very good things from it. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like this video. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Goodbye.